Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Olivia here with Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video I cannot wait to share with you 6 DIY chic front porch patriotic 4th of July decor crafts. I have been over the moon excited to share this with you all. You can see right here, whoa! I created a really beautiful Dollar Tree patriotic wreath with Dollar Tree mesh, bows, and florals. Of course, I'm going to share with you guys how to create that. Also a really cute 4th of July bunting I hung on the front of my house. Some new front porch bike decor. So you guys get ready, plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. This patriotic bunting was on the Pottery Barn website for between $50 and $100, and we are going to do it on a teeny tiny budget. So I'm just taking this Dollar Tree bunting and a pizza box, and I'm going to trace out the bunting, but I'm going to make it a little bit larger than the pizza box because I want to take a piece of fabric and line the bunting with some fabric to give it a little bit more stability and to class it up just a bit. Now this fabric I found on burlapfabric.com, and I do have a $5 off coupon code if you guys want to check that out. It's a khaki and cream striped fabric, and now I'm just tracing around the piece of cardboard, and then I'm going to cut out the piece of fabric. Now I wasn't completely precise on all of this, but I did want to have a little bit of a rustic, chic, patriotic look. The other thing I did was I found this long old curtain rod in my garage, and I'm repurposing it for my front porch. So you can see I'm just marking off on each end how big the width of the curtain rod is, and I'm going to create this with a hot glue gun. You guys know me, and so I'm just going to hot glue a little tab at the top of my fabric, and that's going to slide on to my repurposed curtain rod for my front porch patriotic bunting. So I just hot glued one long strip all along this fabric, and then I'm pressing it down. Again, that's creating that tab. Now, even though the Pottery Barn bunting was adorable, I had to give this a super extra touch. You all know me. I had to go in with some lace. I repurposed this lace from an old tablecloth, and I cut it out the same size as my striped fabric. And then you can see I'm just folding it over, and then I'm going to hot glue it. Again, you guys could be really precise with this, but I wanted it to have that shabby chic look, so I didn't want it to be completely perfect. And also I'm pretty impatient with my projects. So you can see I'm just cutting off the excess lace. Again, the entire bunting is going to fit onto the curtain rod with that first striped tab that we created. Now, Mr. Romantic helped me figure out that if I took the top layer of the bunting and just hot glued it over, that would get rid of those tabs. I didn't really care for those tabs. Now, if you guys are okay with them, that's great. But I wanted to kind of conceal them and give it a little bit more of a classy approach. Plus, I didn't need the little tab grommets. So I went ahead and lined this up, and then I'm hot gluing it again to the top of this, and then I'm going to add this, and cross my fingers this all stays in one piece on my front porch all the way to the 4th of July. It does get pretty hot where I live, but where I'm hanging this is going to be underneath the covered part of my front porch, and I enlisted Mr. Romantic to help with this part. Babe, that looks really good. Yes. Thank you, babe. So here is the finished product. I am so in love with this. I've always dreamed of having one of these buntings across my front porch. I just never knew how to go about hanging one, and repurposing this old curtain rod was the perfect solution. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to create a Dollar Tree Deco mesh. I'm going to be using 3 rolls of the red Dollar Tree Deco mesh and 3 rolls of the white Dollar Tree Deco mesh, and then a roll of burlap fabric, and it is from burlapfabric.com. I will leave a coupon code below and a link if you all are interested, and Walmart also sells burlap fabric. So I'm just cutting all of these pieces of mesh and fabric. They're about 10 to 12 inches. I'm just just kind of eyeballing it because I'm not super precise on my measurements, but if you all wanted to, you could measure each piece. Now I'm taking and I'm gathering it up and creating this little ruffle in my hand, and I'm starting with the red, and then I gather the white, and you could also use a chip clip if you need help holding these two pieces together while you gather your last piece. Now I'm just gathering the burlap fabric. So to gather, you just kind of ruffle it up between your fingers. It doesn't have to be perfect. And once I have them all gathered together, I'm just putting them all in one piece, and then I'm taking a pipe cleaner and I want to wrap the pipe cleaner around the entire bundle, and then I'm going to twist the bundle in the back a couple of times. Try to get it as tight as you can. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, and then you can also kind of fan it out just a bit if you like. Now I am going to take this bundle and I'm going to go to the center part of my wreath, and I'm going to just pipe cleaner this on. So you just take your pipe cleaner and you wire it on to the center part of that first rung. And for this wreath, I just use all of the center of the entire wreath. So I made 4 bundles for each section of the wreath. So this is sectioned off, I believe, into about 5 or 6 sections. And so you just continue to make your bundles. So you want to ruffle those pieces together. Again, I'm using red, white, and burlap, and I did alternate. A couple of them were just all white, or a couple of them were all red. It's good also to make your bundles in advance. That'll kind of help speed up the process. Maybe put on a TV show, because it does take a bit of time to make the bundles. So I'm just continuing to make more bundles, and then I'm just tying them on with my pipe cleaner. And again, you guys, this does not have to be perfect. Deco mesh was always really scary for me, but the more I've tried it, the easier it's really gotten. This is a really fun and easy one. Also, if you can't find Deco mesh at Dollar Tree, Walmart carries Deco mesh, as well as the craft stores. So you're just going to continue to add more and more bundles. And then I'm taking these patriotic bows. I also found these. They were 2 to a pack at Dollar Tree, and I'm wiring them on to the center part of the mesh with a pipe cleaner. So for this project, I used 3 rolls of red Dollar Tree mesh, 3 rolls of white Dollar Tree mesh. They're both 6.5 inches wide and 5 yards long. And then I used 1 roll of the burlap ribbon, and it was 6.5 inches wide and 10 yards long. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to create a terry bow using the Pro Bow the hand. So you're just going to take your wired ribbon, and you're going to add a piece of wire to the base of your ribbon and tie it around your first loop here, and then tie it around this peg. Now this is the terry bow. If you go to Pro Bow the hand YouTube channel, or just type in terry bow, you'll find some really great detailed instructions. But you want to just take your ribbon and loop it up around that first peg. Now the pegs are what the Pro Bow the hand calls your fingers. So I did order this bow maker a couple of years ago. It's really great for me to use if I'm having problems with my hands, which I tend to have sometimes. I'm not able to hold and make the really larger bows, so this one is great. So you can see I'm just adding in that first piece of wire, and you're going to use the same piece of wire to continue to add each ribbon. And with the terry bow, you can add 5 to 6 ribbons. I believe this is very similar to the funky bow. So after you add your first 2 loops, you're just going to dovetail your ends, and then you can add in your second ribbon. So you can see I'm just adding in this second ribbon. I'm using that same piece of wire. I just twist mine on, and then I loop it around the top part of the bow maker. And again, those little pegs are what they call the fingers. And so you just tie it on again with some more wire. You loop it up again and down, and then you tie it on again with some more wire. And the goal is to kind of keep your base wire, that base bottom peg, if this is making sense, is what holds the entire bow. And you're just going to continue on with that process. Again, I'll link all my bow tutorials down below if you guys need an easier bow or a more detailed instruction. But once you have your terry bow all finished up, or whatever bow you choose, you can give it a really, really good fluffing. And this is the secret to my bows, is lots and lots of fluffing. So I'm continuing to fluff this bow, and then I couldn't resist and adding another bow. Dollar Tree makes these great burlap already pre-made bows. If you guys don't want to try to make a bow, just add one of those bows. They're super easy, super simple, and they're only $1. Now I'm adding in some of that Dollar Tree raffia just to give this some texture and to give it a little bit more of a rustic chic look. I did add another patriotic bow off to the left, and then I'm using some of those Dollar Tree, I believe these are spider plants, and I just clipped off a couple of the little spider plants. I did have a bundle of tulips. I added a couple of tulips, and then I loved this. This was one of those Dollar Tree plant stakes, and I just took it off the plant stake and added the little "In God We Trust" heart. I just hot glued that onto the wreath and then added just a couple of more florals in and around there. And that Deco mesh really saves the day with an outdoor wreath that you want to last for a month or so. You don't have to spend much on it, and it really looks really high-end and chic without breaking the bank. So I'm loving this. I thought it came out super festive, and I did just really subdue the colors by adding in the whites and the reds. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm taking some of the roses that I picked out of my garden, and I'm just adding 2 of the foam wands. They come 4 to a pack from Dollar Tree, and what I love about them is they have a plastic wand, so you can stick them in your fresh flower arrangements. And I really think it's fun to even stick little 4th of July goodies, flags, a foam wand into some of your pink shabby chic girly flowers. And then I just tied this cute little handkerchief that I found at Dollar Tree off to the side to give it again that bit of rustic chic patriotic, but then also bringing in my favorite shabby chic flowers. For the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm using one of those Dollar Tree sun hats and then a leftover patriotic bow and some of that leftover raffia. And this is such an easy, fun DIY that you can add to your porch decor. I had my little garden bike in mind. But anyway, I'm just tying that little raffia around the little patriotic part of this bow. And then I'm just using the original ribbon that was on this sun hat, and I'm tying my patriotic bow on. You could get really fancy with this, but because I'm going to do a fancy floral in my bike basket, I wanted something a little bit more simple to hang on the front part of the bike. I think this came out so perfect. I know you all thought that the sun hat looked cute, and I may go ahead and buy one for myself to wear, but it did come out cute in my garden bike decor. Now for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm just taking some popsicle sticks and I'm hot gluing them to the back of this large Dollar Tree sign. It says "God Bless America." It's a little bright and sparkly, but you know what? 4th of July is bright and sparkly, and so am I. So I'm just creating a little floral planter. I'm using one of those Dollar Tree floral planters that I chalk painted white, and I kind of just stressed the front. And I added the "God Bless America" sign and some spider plants left over from my wreath. And then Dollar Tree sells these American flags. They come 3 to a pack, and they're great to add to your floral arrangements. And it's even fun to use just the flags if you don't want to redo a whole new floral. Of course, you know me, I love to go with tons of florals for each holiday. So now I'm just adding in some of those Dollar Tree blue hydrangeas, and then I'm adding in a couple of those Dollar Tree red tulips. I really want to make this red, white, and blue with a little bit more of a classy touch to it. So I felt like the tulips and the hydrangeas, I believe I got a couple of little white flowers, and then I love these spider plants. Again, these are from Dollar Tree as well. They give a lot of dimension to your floral arrangement. And then also I had some of those Dollar Tree red roses left over from Valentine's Day. I was really excited to use these because they look so real. So I just popped a couple of those in the back because they were a little bit taller. And then I had a little bit of stray greenery that was in my craft stash. If you guys need some craft organizing ideas, I did do a craft organization video. It really helped me know actually what I have before I started decorating. And so I just popped this into my little bike basket. Again, this could sit at an entryway table, and I did add a little patriotic bow with some raffia to the front part of that arrangement as well. I think this came out so glorious, so fabulous and sparkling. I feel like it has a shabby chic romantic vibe with the red roses, and so I really wanted to stay true to myself with my shabby chic and French farmhouse style, but also add in those wonderful front porch, patriotic 4th of July, Memorial Day, Labor Day, just, you know, those really fun colors that make you think of summer. And the other thing is I really want to thank all of you out there that have served, and also all of the mamas and daddies whose kiddos served. Thank you, thank you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's such a blessing and an honor to live in this country. So anyway, I wanted to say that, but I really hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope you're inspired, and also just to know that you can add some of these touches into your farmhouse decor or your pastels without breaking the bank. Just getting your house ready, having fun. Some of these are really easy and some of them are a little bit more complicated. I hope I was able to inspire you guys, and I hope you guys are absolutely loving these. So thank you all so much for joining me on this DIY Dolla Treat adventure. I hope you guys are having an amazing, sparkling day. I love you all to the moon and back. If you guys are new, I would love to have you subscribe and be part of my YouTube family. I do a ton of DIYs, and I share with you guys how to make your home cozy, inviting, and boutique gorgeous on a budget. I love you so much. Have a gorgeous, blessed day, and we will talk to you in the next video. Bye-bye.